One, hi, it's Mikey
Hello.
Piff. And Olivia Rodrigo, it's so nice to finally meet you. I feel like we're in this period of still meeting people for the first time that we met on Zoom for the first time.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, it's so nice to be IRL.
And man, let's just get into it because we were all excited, I would say probably for this album all year long, just waiting for you to drop it, just to be a total nerd. Because it's easy for like someone to say like, oh, what's your favorite song on the album? And it's like, come on, you can't really pick a favorite, right? But if you were to like, let's just go through some of the songs. If I had to say like 5 songs on the album that you want people to really, for some reason, maybe you want people to hone in on that you just like really love that maybe you think might not be on the radio or do whatever.
Man, that's a tough question. One of my favorite songs on the record is the last song. It's called Teenage Dream, which was actually ironically the first song that we ever wrote for the record. I kind of was having a difficult time figuring out what I wanted to say, and I was feeling a lot of pressure, after coming off of the success of Sour. It was just sort of very nerve-wracking going back into the studio. And so I kind of wrote this song about that, and it's very special to me. So yeah, I don't know if that one will ever be played on the radio, but I really love it.
What else? Give me another one.
Let's see. I really love the song All American Bitch. I don't know if they can play on the radio because there is an explicit word in the title, I suppose, but maybe you can. I don't know. Do you know?
We'll find a way.
We'll make it work. That's one of my favorites too.
Can you give me like a little backstory?
Yeah. All American Bitch, I was reading a book, and one of the characters in the book said that their mom was an all-American bitch. And I was like, wow, those words really grabbed me. Those are really interesting. And so I wrote them down. And then the next day I sat down at the piano and wrote the song. And I really, really like it. It's sort of this kind of female rage song, which is fun. And that's the first song on the album. That one I'm really obsessed with.
I was going to say it's kind of a visceral description.
Yeah.
I guess if you had to describe it.
Yeah, thanks. I think so too. Yeah. Also, I love the last song that we wrote for the record was Love is Embarrassing, which is a sort of funny song about replaying all of the humiliating things that you've done for love. And I don't know, I think we've all been there. Hopefully. Have you been there?
No, all right, I'll share my embarrassing story.
Okay, please.
So this was, when you watch like, like rom-coms and stuff, they give you like this idealized, like, this is what you do to like, hit or talk to the girl. You give her flowers or something. Tried to do that, like Stonewall, like boom. Like, it was so embarrassing. And I'm just like, and the sad part is like you have this flower and you're like, you got to toss it and you're just like,
you're just gonna like walk home like dejected with a bouquet of flowers. Man,
1,000,000%. That was mine.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I appreciate you trying, but I've been there. I
mean, there was no ill intent. It was just like, hey, listen, you're pretty and you're nice. Here's a flower. But, I mean, that's some high school stuff or junior high school stuff.
Totally. Yeah. I think we've all been there. But so yeah, wrote that song about moments like that. And, it's kind of fun and upbeat, and that was the last song we finished for the record. And so I don't know, sometimes the last song that like your favorite song is the one that's most recent because it's like more closely how you feel than any other song. So I like that one as well. I
don't think you mentioned what Teenage Dream was about.
Oh yeah, just about it's kind of just about growing up and kind of like the pressures of writing an album after the success of Sour. And I put out Sour when I was 18 years old, and it was lots of the rhetoric surrounding it was very like, wow, she's so like talented for her age. And, so crazy that a girl that's, 18 is doing that, which is a huge compliment. I'm really grateful and thankful. But I just remember kind of growing up and being like, wow, are people not going to like this stuff when I'm not this like sort of teenage songwriter girl, So it's kind of about that. Yeah.
No, I mean, it is a compliment, but you know what it is? It's also just like, it's not easy. It's just, one of the things that I was like, what do we talk about when meeting for the first time? And, being that, let's say you won Grammys, like for your first album, does that make it harder or can also that make it easier? Because there are people that maybe wish to have, a Grammy at some point in their lives. If that's a goal, it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of both. I think on one hand, I feel so lucky that my first album accomplished so much, and it kind of gives me freedom to be like, well, you know what? Like, win a Grammy, now I can kind of do whatever, floats my boat, whatever I'm feeling that day. And there's a lot of like liberation in that, sort of. That sounds weird, but that's how I feel. But on the other side, it is definitely a lot of pressure. People always say like, the only thing you have to compete with is yourself. But it's like, gosh, that's a really hard thing to kind of follow up. So many of those songs did so well. And
win a Grammy and you're really good at it. You're competing with yourself.
Yeah,
it's
really hard. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was trying to say. But at the end of the day, I'm so happy that I got to have those experiences, and I'm just really grateful that I get to make the type of music that I want to listen to. I think that's all that matters.
Did that make the songwriting process a little different, having that success or having that freedom?
Yeah, I'm completely. I mean, I think I struggled a little bit with that pressure, follow up, early on in the album making process, and I kind of had to have a mindset shift in order to finish the album and start having fun writing songs again. But yeah, not gonna lie, it wasn't always easy. Yeah.
Is one of the things that help you, like, having, because you seem to have a lot of, like, obviously close collaborators, obviously, you're a longtime producer, but also your friends surrounding you in a tight group of friends. Does that help you kind of remain focused, or maybe, recenter yourself? Like one of your friends goes, hey, like, you're really good at this, like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, completely. I mean, it's just like, it kind of helps ground you in the real world. It's so easy to get caught up in all of this. Like, oh my gosh, like, I want this thing to stream this way, and I want the music video to look like this. And I like hang out with my friends and my parents, and I'm like, all that matters is like the people that you love in this life, and everything else is so much fun, and I love to do what I do. But at the core of who I am, I think that love for the people around me is the most important thing in my life. I'm so glad you said that, because I think that removes like so much stress. Like everyone, like it's also like not really in your hands after release it and put it out into the world. So like, why worry about something you can't control? I know. So much of it is not in your hands. You're totally right. Oh man. And so what about what's next? Obviously the album is here, and obviously everyone wants to see you on tour. I unfortunately didn't get to see you at Radio City. I was bummed out, but what can you tell us what we can expect on what the next Olivia Rodrigo tour is going to be? Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm still figuring it out now, but I'm so stoked to get to go to so many places that I didn't get the chance to go to on this hour tour, and I think it's going to be really fun. That's what I just want the night to be. I just want it to be like the most fun, dancey, jumping up and down, screaming night. That's what I want. Yeah. Well, looking at all your videos, like you and whoever you collaborate with, you're so creative and so really specific on all your choices and the visuals. Is the tour going to kind of mirror any of that, or? Yeah, I mean, I sure hope so. I love getting to do visuals. It's something that I'm learning about as I, go further along in my career. And it's really cool to be a recording artist. And, people are like, what do you want the music video to look like? What do you want the tour to look like? And you can just kind of dream up anything you want. It's a really cool scenario. I was going to say, what's your like the next favorite part of the creative process? Is it designing like merch, or is it designing the tour, or? Yeah, I mean, merch is really fun too. I've been really interested in designing a tour though lately. I think it's going to be really fun. I've been seeing more shows and, consuming more kind of visual art and media and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be really fun. I'm excited for it. I hope you get to come this time. No, listen, I will Madison Square Garden. I will be there. Heck yeah. Maybe I'll be there for both. Oh my gosh. Right? Yeah. Thanks. To make up for the last one. Oh my gosh. No, I won't hold it against you. No, I'll do it. I don't go see it. Listen, I love your songs. I love that you have brought back this pop rock, like however you want to put it. This like rock baddie, whatever you're doing. It's so like fun. Thanks. All the inspirations from the 90s and 2000s stuff that you put in there, whatever. It's so much fun. Thank you. That's so kind of you to say. I really appreciate that. And it's good to have like that kind of inspiration back to just like give people want to pick up a guitar and like make a band or do whatever it is they want to do, or because I just feel like that's kind of there's nothing wrong with making music on a computer. Totally fine. But sitting at the piano, picking up the guitar, I feel like that's something like we still need to like bring home a little bit. Oh yeah. Maybe it's just me. But. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely my favorite type of music to listen to. I think Guts is sort of an embodiment of that. I think most if not all of it is on an organic instrument, a guitar, a piano, whatever, and it kind of feels like a little retro in a way that I really like. So yeah. Well, I feel like it brings the emotion out more when you're actually like physically doing it. Yeah. As opposed, not that, I have never made a beat on like a computer, so I can tell you, right? Yeah, maybe that's the way to go though. I don't know. I only know how to write on guitar and piano. That's my jam. So yeah, I don't know. But maybe one day we'll branch out. Who knows? You know what? Typing on a keyboard and playing guitar, like two different kind of calluses, I guess. Yeah, it's a great way to put it. So it's kind of weird to say that it's the end of the year.
Like, you know, your album being one of like the biggest things coming out at the end of this. I mean, listen,
I guess that's true.
Yeah, fall's here, winter's here. I was gonna ask, is there anything that like that's on like your fall winter playlist that you like vibe with, or things that make it feel homey to you? Because knowing you're, you know, next year's gonna be really busy. You're gonna be traveling the world.
Yeah, that's a great question. Fall. I mean, this is a weird one, but Halloween music is underrated. You know, everyone loves Christmas music. The Ghostbusters theme song gets so much play in my car. When it's Halloween time, it's all I will drive around LA, windows down, blasting that song. So that's probably at the top of my fall playlist.
Well, I'm with you. I love Ghostbusters so much.
Yeah.
And then, well, you said Christmas. Would you ever consider like doing a Christmas song?
Yeah, heck yeah. I've written a few that weren't ever good enough to put out, but yeah, I'd love that. I love Christmas music.
Well, what's like a Christmas song that you like? So Ghostbusters is the holiday go-to.
Yeah.
Or the Halloween go-to. What's the Christmas go-to?
That's a tough one. I mean, like, All I Want for Christmas Is You is such a classic.
I could play that like a billion times.
Yeah, it never gets old. It's so good. I like kind of the vintagey ones. There's a song called Wrapping Paper by the Waitresses that's really good. I really like that band. They're like a little older. Yeah, I know. Maybe one day I'll be dropping a Christmas album. That'd be fun.
Listen. Well, I mean, if you make something, it'll live forever.
Yeah, totally.
Right?
Yeah.
Long ago, after, you know, I mean, God bless Mariah Carey, but like in 100 years when she's not on this planet anymore, we're still going to be playing All I Want for Christmas.
Completely. That song is amazing.
After tour, obviously, you know, we know you for acting. Is there something where like you feel like you'd take a break and go do like some TV and film again? Or does music just feel like the right place for you?
Yeah, it's a great question. I mean, it's something I think about a lot. I love writing music. It's always been my first passion, and I always feel like the most like myself when I do it. But I also love being on a set, and I love movies and TV. I've been so passionate about it lately. And yeah, I'm open to anything. I think if the right thing comes along, then I'd be so stoked. But yeah, who's to say? I don't know. I'm just so preoccupied with this album release. I can't really think of anything else. But once it's calmed down a little, that would be really fun.
Ooh, I would. You know what? I mean, you could write something yourself right now.
That's true. That's tough. I don't know if I'm there yet, but that would be awesome. That's something to work up to.
True. Take your time.
Yeah.
You know, no rush. One of the things that going back to like going on tour and being able to see your fans who just like love you and are so supportive. I just always thought the coolest thing was the fan who gave you like the Paris keychain.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you still have it on your purse. Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that like a fan has given you that to this day kind of resonates with you or sticks with you or just reminds you of like a specific moment?
Yeah, that's a great question. I went to Berlin, which is so awesome. Have you ever been?
I've never been. I've only ever been to Italy.
Oh, okay.
I'm not as well traveled. I'm trying to learn. Okay.
That's okay. I'm learning as well. Berlin's really fun though. 10 out of 10 recommend. And I went there and I met with a few German fans, and someone made me this like beautiful scrapbook of like all of these girls who like sent her DMs and like sent pictures of them and their little like sour merch and all of this cute stuff, and she put it together in a scrapbook for me and, you know, wrote little captions on everyone, and I just thought it was so sweet, and it's sitting on my kitchen counter right now, so it reminds me of that wonderful trip and those wonderful girls who made that for me.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And like, do you ever like, whether it's that or something else, like maybe if you're having like a day that's just not that great and you look at that book and you're like, man, it's not so bad. That's pretty sweet that somebody would take that much effort.
Totally. Just really reminds me how lucky I am. I have such great fans. People were so sweet to me. I really appreciate it.
Let's go back to the album, mainly because I'm just selfish. We talked about 3 of the songs, and are there any other songs that maybe you want people to just really pay extra attention to for whatever reason that you're... I don't want to say favorite. But maybe something that has a little something special in it, or maybe a little wink in it, or something, you know, whichever next one's going to have a video that you really want to make.
Right. Oh, gosh, that's tough. I mean, I really love Love's Embarrassing. That's a great, that one's one of my favorites, and I think that could be a fun video. I don't know.
What's it about? Well, I feel like it's self-explanatory, but what's Love Embarrassing about?
It's just about, one day you know when you're like laying in bed at night and you just like replay every embarrassing thing that you've ever done, and it just like snowballs and you're like, oh my God, this is so bad. Like, I can't believe I did that. Just like the head in your hands. I had one of those nights, and then next morning I woke up and I wrote this song about that feeling. So yeah, that's sort of what it's about.
No, I try to pre-plan what I'm gonna do. That never works out ever. You're like, oh, you're gonna say this and you're gonna sound smooth and whatever, and we're like, nope.
Yeah,
absolutely not.
Pre-planning it makes it worse because then you're like in your head, you're trying to like recite the monologue, It's tough.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much for hanging out, Olivia Rodrigo. It's so nice to like finally meet you after all these years.
Thank you. It's been such a joy. I'm so happy we could do this today.
Yeah, and I hope SiriusXM feels like homey and warm, and everyone loves you. Everyone wants to talk to you. We get it. We love the music. We love you, but you come back and it feels like nice, warm, and cozy, and a fun place you want to keep coming back to.
I love you guys. Well, thank you so much.